We turning up, some of roll burns, some of pull cup, cause now we going up and coming down. Hey, hey, girls just wanna have fun. We turning up.
As per usual, I'm one of your hosts, Chopin Scoop Moore.
What's up? This is Julian Jules right here.
Chef Fano.
And today, first and foremost, before we check in with each other, gonna introduce our fourth member today, the guest we have on the screen, a good friend to all of us, my guy Matt Weeks, aka Gucci. What up, though? What's going on? Wait, I forgot the well-renowned. But I didn't hit him with the stylist part. Well-renowned Scott stylist out here in this fashion world doing this thing. And yeah, today we're just gonna have a dope conversation. We're gonna hear more about what you've been up to, your origin stories from where you started to where you are now. But before we just jump into that, we're just all gonna just check in with each other. And as a guest, Matt, you want to kick us off? Just hit us with how you feeling right now, dog. How's it going? It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's a little routine.
It's our little routine. He
just like, you know what I'm saying? We talk about how we feeling, how the week has been, and then give a
I was gonna
say that.
I'll be watching. No, I'm Coochie. I just working on projects, trying to keep it going. It's hard to like get an abundance of projects. So like when you do have it, I try to get it popping, get it going.
Sure.
Projects. What kind of projects?
It's two modeling. So like I model and then I style as well. So I got 2 videos I'm styling right now. So I'm trying to figure out all of the fits and the looks and all this stuff.
Okay.
It's like that.
All right, okay. All right, save some of it. Save some of it. You definitely get and all of that.
We start adding.
Yes, sir. So yeah. So I was gonna.
We not
City, how you living?
I'm living good. In Miami, man, you guys already know what's been going on. I've been updating our viewers on the food truck thing. You see, I posted the last time, it was like a year ago when I said a food truck thing, and then like it popped up now. So in Miami, I'm the first African food truck here. Bro, people, when you see Google is going up now, we have like over a few hundred clicks a day, a few thousand searches on Google. And you see like, because Google gives you the whole status of people searching. And like we saw people just pulling up, searching African food, and we'll pull up and just people just been coming. The reviews have been great. Events hitting me up, like just things are just, you know how things just change in 360, man. You could be like this low for like a year, and then 30 seconds can change everything else in like no time. So that's what's been happening. The whole 5 months I've been here was like the intro, the grind, the intro, the grind. And all of a sudden, a month now, boom, you just seeing all this stuff just happening. People reaching out, people that got like being proud for the representation of the food. And but besides that, the fam is good. I mean, I found out my dad had a little complication. He was in the hospital, but he's good, he's fine. Just staying afloat. Just gotta give thanks to the men upstairs to see another day. And we're happy we're here. What you want, Joel?
Jewels.
I'm good. Just continue working on the music. I sent Matt some music for him to hear, some new shit, and we just keep going up.
You sent him the beats you sent us?
Now some other shit. With some other shit.
Some of them shits.
Yeah. Yeah. I know for sure. Shoot, one of my dogs had a wedding. He was mad at me because I didn't go, but because I was making music. But
congratulations. You wedding because you were making music?
Nah, yo, bro, it's real. It's real.
It has to be a good reason. Yeah,
it's real.
Is that the reason?
Nah, that was really the reason. I didn't go. I was locked in. But so shout out to his daughter.
He must not be your man's man.
Yeah. Wait, for a wedding,
he
don't
must
you have
not
to?
Be your man,
I got questions.
No, I was getting married, and you told me, nigga, I was music. Yeah.
I got like, don't you accept the invite like in advance? So you accept for
weddings? I know, yeah. Like I got the invitation and everything. Like, yeah, I guess what City's saying is right. Like, he's my friend, but he's not like my dog. You're right.
He was invited to the wedding, so he got to be.
I know that, but I know, yeah, I was invited to the wedding, but what do you call it? So yeah, so whatever. He was like upset. He's like, yo, I was expecting you. I was like, damn, bro. I told him I was locked in. You know what I'm saying? His daughter got married. It was out here in Worcester, whatever. Liberian too.
Oh, his daughter got married. Okay, I thought he
Yeah.
was getting married.
Nah,
It's a little different. It's a little different.
It's a little different, right?
It's a little different. Yeah, it's a little different now.
Nah, but yeah, his daughter got married, so congratulations to her. And yeah, so yeah, I'd be locked in. So yeah, that's what really beyond just music, really. Other than that, personal life straight. Fam good. My friends are good. They're striving. They're trying to achieve what they're trying to achieve. Now we heading into the fall season, so now like it's like every year for me it's like more like a hibernation. Like I gotta lock in, like, because like spring is sometimes it's like, yeah, you come out, you get to see your people, whatever, y'all go out to the events or whatever on the outside. But like for me, like fall winter is really like the hibernation of like, yo lock in, like let's, like, what I'm saying, achieve something there, like in these seasons, and then pop out, enjoy yourself in the summertime, the springtime, whatever. But that's how it usually is year round for me. So I'm about to really lock in and just try to elevate, man, and just try to change, turn my fortune, my fortune around, man, for real.
I like that. You guys watch the Little Babies on documentary?
I haven't seen that shit yet.
Nah, not yet.
Apple TV, right?
That
So
shit
who?
was
Little Baby.
Little Babies.
He got a doc out on Apple TV, I think.
Yeah, I think it's called Untrapped.
Maybe the rap.
Not Amazon or some shit.
Amazon,
It's on
Amazon.
Amazon, my bad.
It's on Amazon. Nah, I was just watching this morning, and it just shows how, like, you see Little Baby, you would think the dude was rapping his whole life. He didn't start rapping until 2017, and he didn't want to rap at all. So it was just kind of dope. It was just kind of dope. My little brother was telling me about it. He was just like, yo, because you know how these young boys nowadays, they just want to be in the streets and get fast money. And that's the only image, especially the young black boys. There's no other message coming out there to them. And that documentary just showed, my little brother, like I said, he brought it up to me. And that documentary just, like, a lot of black boys should look at that, because Lil Baby, this nigga was literally trapping the whole time before he got locked up for 2 years. And then his man, when he got out, his man was like, yo, let's do this music shit. Like, this is not it. Like, they keep preaching the fact that the streets only goes one way or the other. You feel me? So it's like, and they all keep seeing the same song over and over and over. In that documentary, he preached a lot about it, and he understood a lot more. And he 360 his life so much. I feel like it was a great example that they showed in the documentary. It was good for young black boys.
Yeah, they need that.
That facts. So Jules, I mean, Shobet, how about you? How's your week been?
It's been a great week. I can't lie. I don't even know where to start now. No, it's been good. I started a new job this week. I had to sign an NDA, so I can't say too. I can say I work for an agency on camera. I can't say too much. I can't say like the company and shit that I'm doing the work for.
That's
but but yeah, project manager, big agency out in Detroit, Michigan. Shout out Detroit.
Indeed.
Yes, sir. And I'm just working for a big brand out there right now as a project manager, crossing the T's, dotting the I's and shit like that. And it's been lit the first couple of days. I mean, it's only been like 2 days, right? 2 days, but meeting the team and all that shit, like everybody's lit, like everyone's young, have the opportunity to possibly travel out there at some point, hopefully. You never know. But that's right now, just grinding and trying to get it started there. I mean, it's crazy now for someone like, I don't think I've shared this on the pod. This is crazy, but not that it's crazy, but like I've been on my job search for a while, pretty much the majority of this year, since like January, February, and it was a struggle. It was a bit of a struggle, but I tapped in, locked in, had some great support. The guys on the screen definitely helped me a lot in staying positive throughout the season as the seasons changed, and I kept getting more worried and more worried. But I definitely had my fair share of interviews. It didn't go well to this one. But I think you're always supposed to end up in the place you're supposed to end up. I believe in that. So just keeping, speaking to the people that are close to me and just trying to keep the faith. Had my mother definitely there for me, my sister too, but just kind of just working hard. And then finally broke through like last week in August, like when I was getting to the fucking like buzzer where it was time to lock in. And then it worked, but so I was just happy to keep positive. Like the podcast always kept me going when we recorded. That was like my job, and just trying to pick up on that. But for the most part, it was a grind. Like this was definitely like I've had job searches before, but like this one was fucking tough. Like this one was definitely one of the hardest ones like I ever. Like it just felt like there was no and like you have shit as we get older, we all have shit that goes on in our lives too. Like you have that, but like you're like the main focus is like shit. Like I need to work. Like I need to be able to take care of myself. So locked in something now. You know, it's not the end. I'm not just stopping here. Gonna keep my eyes out, keep my eyes peeled on, you know, on the best opportunities. I'm trying to grow in every aspect. Like kind of just right off Jules was saying, I like how we say like the winter time is time to fall, winter time to hibernate, you know, lock in, holiday season. Then you can come out in the spring, summer, and you know, have your fun. I subscribe to that a little bit too. I'm still gonna have my fun, but I subscribe to that a little bit too. And yeah, just from next, like my next focus right now is just continuing to grow career-wise, continuing to grow this podcast, and just trying to find different avenues in the media world, you know, for myself to expand on, you know, and see where that goes. But like that's kind of locked in. I kind of figured out this year, just locking in and being like, yo, like this is what, you know, I feel like I'm meant to do, like something in this media world. And like I think like this is my calling. I kind of finally came to terms with that, even though I've done a lot in like the media space since college, but you know, just locked in, and now I got a clearer understanding, feeling more confident, comfortable in my own skin. I'm just trying to rock out, have a good time. So
that's good.
Yeah, it's just big. Yeah, that's big on me, but it's good. Yeah.
Nice.
To the show. Yeah, for sure. Y'all ready to go? Y'all ready to Gucci on everything? Where do you want to start? You want to start from the origins? You want to start from Berkeley? And just jump in from there and kind of tell us how you got to where you were some of your passions, some of the people you met along the way.
Can I jump in real quick?
Some of the artists you worked with at Berkeley. You're gonna give you your flowers too.
Let me jump in real quick. So I met Matt in high school, right? We went to a private school together. Me and City too. Yeah, us three went to private school together. So I met Matt. I think it was like my junior. I met Matt.
Yeah.
And he's always been cool. He's always been like me and him. We both like jokesters. We both like, you know what I'm saying? Like we like to make other people laugh. We like to make each other laugh. So that was like the bond we had. That's why we still tight to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we were both 16 when we met, and we just had an instant like connection and vibe. Like, you know, he was into shoes. I was into shoes. He was into clothes. I was into clothing. We ain't had no money back then, but we were still like looking shit up. Like, yo, when we get older, like we gonna cop this, we gonna cop that. You know what I'm saying? So, so yeah, he's always been a solid dude to this day.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So he's a really good dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He's one of like my few. He's one of the few people who I still talk to, and it's been like 16 years. Yeah, about 16
That's
years
crazy.
now. Yeah. So,
Chef, you want to go? You want to say how you know Matt too? Just and then I'll say how I met him.
I think it was around the same way. Like when I transferred to a holy name, you know, like obviously it's a predominantly white school, so it's like you click more towards your peoples, and then, you know what I'm saying, so it's just like we all clicking. Everything Jules said. Weeks was always cool. We played ball together, all of us. We used to be at Newton Square. You know what I'm saying? Be over there. And so and I used to live right across the street from the basketball court too. I used to live right across the street from the basketball court. So everybody knew in Scrib. So yeah, he's been solid.
Oh yeah. And then when we were all in school, Weeks would come visit Jules in college. And I was like, who's like he just knew I remember like first meeting you, and like you knew every topic, like whatever it was, if it was sports, like you knew the answers, kicks, fashion, and like even reality. Like I remember like we were watching, like I think it was like the challenge. Like I thought I was the only one that watched it. You were like, oh, like it was like a fight going on. I think it might have been like CT. I was like, oh shit, like, and you know the reality, like, yo, this dude like is well-rounded and like knows mad shit. And I was like, that's dope, because like that's what I always try to pride myself on. So I was just like, yeah, like this kid's cool. Like, and then obviously like following your journey on social media since then, like obviously like, we haven't always been in the same space, but just like seeing everything, like that's what's great about social media, just seeing you killing it as the years go further and further and further. I know you're going to talk about, you know, your time in different places, but like just seeing you, like I would see you in Boston sometimes too, when I worked on Newberry around like 6-7 years ago. And like you were always on your shit. So it was definitely respect. Glad we were able to give you your flowers a little bit. But yeah. Start us from the beginning. Start us like what got you, you know, passionate about fashion and all these other different topics, just being creative in general.
Yeah, the fashion story probably starts like 3rd grade. You know, when you first want to dress yourself. So I used to be like, yo, mom, I could dress myself. Like, let me get jig. Like, let me do my thing. And I could tell she was into it. So it kind of made me into it, I guess. And by that time, I'm like, all right, let me do it myself. And then that turned into brands and then discovering more and more. And then high school, we're in high school wearing a uniform, but I still wore like 2 polos. I had to do something different. Fucking, we can swear here?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Then there's like dress down day, y'all know. We should try and come and just
that private school shit. Every day was dress down day in public school.
And it's funny because I used to be like, damn, if I was in public school, I'd be burning through my outfits. So like at first, damn, and then after a while, like, oh, my shit still fly, like, because I barely wear it. So then
I was happy when I transferred to private school.
You right? Word. Word. So then, yeah, college comes. I'm Berkeley.
Yep.
And around that time, I kind of taken fashion serious, but I wasn't like trying to do nothing with it. But I almost went to the New in New York, in Manhattan.
Yep.
And then they was like, "Oh, you apply to New School. You should apply to Parsons." I was like, "Nah, it's crazy." So then, for some reason, I went from the New School, and I'm trying to be in Manhattan, to like, well, Berkeley's at home. Yeah. Berkeley's best school. Let's just go to Berkeley. I know mad people there already, and I did the summer program. So strictly music, right? And this is where the battle between two.
And what was your major at Berkeley?
Professional music. So I want to film score and produce at the same time. I could film score, I could make movies, and I can make music for movies. If I could produce, I could have the intellect to digitally produce like subs, like 808s or mass orchestra, because I could write music. And I was gonna try and combine that, but that's a tough major. And at the same time, fashion is creeping in. So I'm like, skipping school to go on Newbury Street, like every day.
Yeah.
And then I started being like, yo, Jules, like, come down to Newbury Street, bro. I'm trying to go. And then Jules used to be like, yeah, I'm coming. 2 hours later, he's still like, yeah, I'm on the way. So then I remember, like, I used to just be like really on Newbury. And then the last day of my last semester, I didn't know I was going to drop out, but I had a feeling like it was probably my last semester. It was my second year. And the dropout rate at Berkeley is like 71% after your first year. So the fact that I made it to crazy. 2, yeah, and then a lot of the times you're really there. If you're savvy and you're in music, you're really there to just network and be out. Because like the music degree, unless you're a teacher, you really don't need one. You want to learn how to produce and build your own studio, that helps too. But a lot is there, like performance. Like if you're in performance, you might as well just network up and be out after a year or two. And the price is crazy. Like the price is like Harvard level. Yeah, it is Harvard level of music, but still, like if I'm living in the Bean and I'm still paying 50 racks, like nah. So yeah, my last day, my last semester, I'm with my man Q, and I've been playing in his band. We had an R&B funk band, playing shows. Nobody's there, playing ill shows.
And you're playing the drums, right? You're playing the drums, right?
Yeah, I played drums. How I got in, and I'm meeting people though. So before that, I met Quincy Jones before my last semester, like probably 2 months before. And it's crazy. One of the questions we were asking him, because it was like a semi-circle around him, so he's sitting down, and I couldn't believe it. Like I walked in the room, no problem, no security. It was already the end of a lecture, and he still stayed after. So I'm huffing and puffing, like, oh my God, I made it. Because around the school, they won't tell you. It'll be the students that whisper, like, such and such is in here, such and such is over here. So they was like, yo, Quincy's at da-da-da. So I was like, oh, word, I'm out. he answering questions, and he's one of the illest questions. There was like, what's the illest advice you could give one of us? And I thought it was gonna be some music, this, or like stay practicing this, or could have been whatever corny old guys talk. But he was like, yo, just travel. Just travel. You talking about your instrument or your whatever, you don't worry about that. Travel. Like, get outside. And from watching Ray Charles, it just put 2 and 2 together for me. I don't know if you've seen Ray Charles, the movie, right?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
For sure.
So you remember when he meets Quincy? Every time he's somewhere else. Mm-hmm. And then like he's doing the orchestra of bands in Italy, and he don't even speak Italian. Like, it's just levels of things that he was doing in it, and it made sense when he said that. That made it easier to drop out too. I'm not even gonna hold you. So last day, I'm with Q, and we're like, yo, let's go to my man's final. You could go to a final because it's probably, so you could watch somebody either fail or pass their final.
That's crazy.
So then I'm watching my man Sebastian Michael. At the time, I don't know his name. And he's sings his song. I think he did a Prince song. He did like Prince and Music Soul Child. He did like 3 songs. And at the end, we're walking down the street. It's the end of school too, like not even the morning time. It's like the very end. Once I go on this train, I'm not coming back. So there was like, let's go for a walk and like go to Boloco or whatever. So I go, and he's like, this is my man Sebastian Matt. And then the introduction, right? Remember that. That's my last semester, last day. So when I say like, when I get to the next level of music, it just came full circle in a crazy way. But after Berkeley is like deep blue. So I didn't have nothing to do. So I was like, what am I gonna do? And I'm at church because I played drums at church. And my friend Steph was like, yo, my brother just got into a studio space. You want to intern? And the rest is history. Hey. I don't want to talk the whole, but like I'm leaving you space to ask questions and shit. But
for sure.
Big pivot. That was a big pivot. That was a big moment. Not that I knew it. I didn't know it. What happened?
I'm saying when you say big moment though, like you became his intern. Like, what kind of thing did you hop right on? How did you help him improve? Because you said he just started the thing. How did you like help him like improve shit?
So at the time, I didn't know who he was because I was at Berkeley. I was at school. So when I came to Worcester, I hadn't been in Worcester in like 3 years because I've been in Boston. Even my senior summer in Boston. So like I was gone for a while. And I come back and I'm like, oh, you got a brother? I never even knew she had a brother. And I known her for like 3 years at the time. And she's like, yeah, Nick. So I see Nick, and he got this history of making videos. And at that time, he's already charging like good money. He's already worked with production teams that work with Mary J. Blige. He introduced Wells. Like he was really, really like on it. So then he's doing major videos and I'm sitting there editing the photos. I wasn't even I'm really interning, like starting at just erase the blemishes. That's all you got to do. So it's like my first time on Adobe, Photoshop and all that. So I learned Photoshop, completely different from anything I was thinking about. Because he was like, yo, come to the studio. I want you to play drums for me, like in a video. And I went to that, to like the Photoshop. And then next thing I'm holding lights. And then I'm looking at cameras, what cameras he used. And I'm like, dang, I want a camera now. So I went and I got like a digital, whatever, at a thrift store. I mean, a actual film cam. So I had to like change film. I had to learn everything. It was just cameras all day after that. And I used to walk from King Street. Y'all know where that is. I used to walk from King Street to Webster Square every day.
Ooh. That's a walk.
So like 40 minutes, but like then when I get in, everything else was like it was like worth it because like I had tools, I had a vision, not a vision. I had tools and I was keeping busy. I didn't fully have a vision yet.
That's dope.
Hey,
that's dope.
yeah.
You have to, that's dope. You have to keep doing that. Yeah, you have to keep doing the little things. Like I watched Fat Joe said something. Fat Joe was on the Breakfast Club. I don't know if you saw that. He was talking about how like you have to just play your role. You see what I'm talking about? You're talking about just playing your role. I've seen that clip. Yeah. Playing your role and just keep being at number 2. You know what I'm saying?
I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
And some people don't know how to do that. Some people don't know how to play their role. Not even an envy way, not even an envious way. It's just like playing your part. Don't step on the other person's
like some people do it and then get like real frustrated and lose patience.
Yeah. Or they want to get envious too, and they want to be in that position. They want to.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm gonna make better videos and
right. Compared to let me make this better. Let me make sure this eye. Let me just do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it all adds up.
For sure.
That's dope. I never knew that you were that. You know what I'm saying? I saw the stuff, but I never knew that it was that path and that you was really over there. That's dope.
Yeah, it was a crazy time. It was like one of my first weeks in there. Fat Man Scoop was in the studio. Was shooting so crazy, and Fat Man Scoop flew out here. That was one of the first times I was going to the clubs too. I used to intern for Nick and DJ Jack Frost. I used to carry bags to the club, like his big ass DJ boxes, like, bro. Lifting weights right here, like from the car to the club to the stage, breakdown from the stage to the car. One time I had to get him to Providence, and I had to figure out how we go from Worcester Club Red to another club in Providence, like on time to get him hit, like all that, bro. Like I orchestrated like a lot of little, like just doing the part. And then, after Fat Man Scoop, remember the dude who played Biggie?
Yeah.
The movie?
Yeah.
I met him. He was over there making a song. I met him.
Wow.
I missed Wiz Khalifa. Wiz Khalifa came over there a couple times, like once, I think, once or twice. And then there's a lot of names. Like I'm missing it. Benny Siegel was there. He blew the tweeters. That's the loudest I've ever heard. Ever heard music in my life. Benny Siegel pulled. Mind you, I'm in Studio A all the time. That's like the big studio. Bro, never heard music that loud since.
Wow.
Crazy. And then so that's just like getting local stuff. Then I started in New York. Then we started going to.
All right. Save that, because we got a timer right here. I'm gonna start we're gonna jump right back. Save that story. We'll be right back. Part 2, APU.
Is there?
Everything changed up.
Everything changed. How did that? What was the process? Walk us through it.
So then, like, it's tough to name names too, because I don't want to put too many names out there, because like a lot of the times like they like the name drop, but I like with certain people I like to be like, my mans. I can tell y'all off cam, but one of my mans started fucking with the homies, or like they've been known each other. I just got hip. So one of the first times I went to Agenda's like a trade show, like all fashion and stuff. Nikki Diamonds, Bogarts, remember like all those brands, Crooks and Castles, Karmaloop. At the time, it was kind of like Karmaloop, but live.
Wow,
Karmaloop. They was like, this is my first introduction into like really how to hustle your way into. They was like, yo, we don't have tickets for you. And one of my other homies got a plug, so you're just gonna have to find your way in. So that at that time, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm fearless. Like I'm like that. So I just had the camera over my neck, and I remember at the entrance they had a serious check-in, security, all that, and I just kept walking like I was a cameraman, like I was already there. and nothing happened.
Wow.
That's at that moment with everything else that was happening, I'm like, yeah, like it's all about just being in your bag, like knowing you're solid. Even if you're faking it, don't let them know that.
No, that's big. Yeah.
I know exactly
So
what you
then once I'm in there, all of that stress, I'm stressing in my head, but they can't see me. After all that, I seen Nicki Diamond in person. ASAP Illy's just walking around with the Louis Camo duffel. Y'all remember that?
Wow.
The Ian Connor's around, like everybody who's like somebody who you know in streetwear. Jeff Staples, all that. So then this is nutty. And they just kept recurring. We kept going to New York and something new would happen. I ended up in a club. And then ASAP Ills is there. It's the spot called Griffin. I don't know if it's still there. And like you run into Brock Marciano. Like there's mad names. Shout out to him.
Yeah, he's dope. He's dope.
That's the first time I dapped up Ivan Jasper that same night.
Wow.
Bro, I didn't dap him up. I didn't go to him. He came to my man's. And then he recognized I was on the side. He didn't have to dap me. I'm just another nigga on the side.
Right.
Dap me, bro. It was nutty.
Yeah, that's dope.
So then things like that just happen more and more. And that's before, like I said, remember the last day of semester.
Mm-hmm.
I met Sebastian.
Yeah.
Fast forward, I'm at Deep Blue. 2 years after that, guess who walks in the door? Sebastian Michael.
Wow.
And his manager. So like there's more instances. I just don't want to keep giving a story. There's a lot of stories. Like
for sure. I wanted to touch on a lot of different things. First, how old were you when you walked by that security guard? Like how old were you when you realized that? Or when you realized that, when you had that epiphany, and like when you were just like you just gotta basically fake it till you make it. Like you gotta act like you belong there.
I think I was 22.
That's dope. Yeah. Okay.
Because I'm still on King Street.
Yeah.
I remember I had a birthday party, and that happened right after. So I know I was at least 22.
Mm-hmm.
There's a King Street in Worcester, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Remember my parents?
I was at his house the day before or something. Like it was like that, and then I would just come to Worcester, and nobody would know. Like, who are you gonna tell? You know?
Right.
Then I wanted to also touch more on Sebastian, working with him. Like he's very good artist. Like he's known like what was that like? Like you don't gotta like get deep into like storage or anything like that. Well, you can get deep if you want, but like just in terms of just like the day to day of that, just the light, just like living in that space or that area you were in when you did like work alongside him.
Yo, real quick.
Yeah.
Matt, I don't remember, but Matt's crew, they threw a party at Boiler Room. Matt had invited me, and then Matt had introduced me to Sebastian that night. Matt probably don't remember. This is a minute ago, but yeah, Matt's crew had threw a party at Boiler Room, and he's like, "Yo, Julian, I want you to come meet Sebastian." And I was like, "Oh shit, like for real?" I was like, and then yeah. So I actually met him. So shout out to Matt for that. I actually met him.
Heard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dope.
Yep, right next to Michael's cigar. Now it's Michael's cigar now. Yeah. Yep.
That was a good time.
Yeah,
well,
it was a good time. Yeah.
The day was the day was
R&B or
it was crucial. Every day was crucial because the label's not treating him the way I think he should have been treated. They didn't market him the way I think, you know, but like I'm just the guy helping out. So I would see things and I bet it would affect my future, but it was a big like hill to climb to get it going in a certain way, especially with a lot of money already poured out. So day to day was just crucial for me because I'm noticing he's figuring it out how to deal with the positions he's getting put in. Like him going to Essence is cool. He's Black, but is that really his crowd?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like bringing Frank Ocean to Motown, and like maybe on the sound, but on the look, it's not the look.
Yeah, you got like a totally different vibe.
He's more. yeah, he's more like an international, more like what he's doing now is actually what like, I feel like he should have, because he's on that, but I'm like, yo, why wasn't like out there?
Yeah.
Because right now he's popping, like, as far as like him showing the world what he really is on, you know? So like, it was just a lot of that, a lot of industry stuff.
For sure. Started at Berkeley, crazy, but yeah.
The radio people, like chilling with Angela Yee. It was a lot of, we was at Rap City parties.
Yeah. I was gonna say that was like during that era, like right before that BET era, 106, yeah. Like.
Remember? Yeah, we went to one.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. This was like 2013, 2014 this time, right? Do I got it right? Around that time, yeah.
That's the time, because 2012, everything was like, just, man, 106, ASAP Rocky got the green room next to us.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot happening. I'm meeting my man Ben. That's my guy. Gotta say Ben. There's a lot going on. So yeah, a lot of that was New York life.
Oh yeah, and you were living out there, right? I was gonna say that you were living out in New York at that
like
time.
I was basically living out there.
Yeah, got you. Yeah.
I couldn't totally just jet out there 24/7, but I was basically, I get a phone call at 9 a.m. I'm there by 11,
That's
12.
Lit. Yeah, that's lit. And before we go into topics and we have this fun conversation, just want to just touch on more present day. Like, what are you working on now? Like, what is your life looking like today?
So present day, I did a lot of research to figure out like what I'm dealing with as far as fashion here. Fashion here is not
it's not fashion.
It's not monetized like that.
Yeah.
People are into fashion here though, but it's to a level of, it only goes so far.
Wait,
like
when you're watching, are you talking about the US? Are you talking about like the New England region? Or are you talking about like overseas? Like, what are you talking about? Oh, okay.
Specifically was after all that, I came back to Worcester like permanently. I've been here every day since like, well, not every day, but I've been here since like 26 years old, 27.
Mm-hmm.
So like now I'm dealing with all this shit popping in New York. Like I could do and wear whatever and sell myself whatever in New York. But when I come to Worcester, like I said, I never told nobody nothing. And I was just doing me. So now I'm faced with like all this fashion info. And I took all my fashion info and I created like different scenarios. And I thought I wanted a brand, but brand turned into like more of an idea. And I call it BHC, Bohemian Hood Construction. So like I created my own style, the look of that style, and like basically like a new lane. Like I could style people with it. I could direct videos with it. Like it's a big like just moving creative function. I don't even know. I have a name for it. I really don't have a name for it.
Now, go ahead.
So I use all the ideas that I learned, film, music, and fashion, and I'm basically using all that skill, and I'm partnering with rappers, not just rappers, but people I know who rap, but I kind of got away from music. So I started partnering with thrift shops. I go to thrift stores and I'm like, I'll model for you, put on my gram. Then I started doing a lot more creative projects just for me. So technically I started modeling. So I do refer to myself as a model first. And then I started getting into the art world. I started dabbling in art the last like 4 years. So like I paint, not every day, but I paint, or like I have ideas. Like I stay busy doing those things, and then finding funding, trying to find the funds to grow it and keep it going. That's like my daily right now.
I be seeing the custom shoes you be doing. I be seeing that shit. That's hot. That's hot right there. I be seeing you be I see what you did to the Air Forces. That's hard.
Yeah.
Um, so yo, I used to like, so I would go out or whatever, right? And I remember you had done a short film, Young Pusher, right?
Yeah.
So I used to go out. I'd be like at a house party or I'd be at like, like a bar, and I'll see dudes walk in with the all black long sleeve Young Pusher. So I'm like, wait, is that Matt's brand or is he just promoted the short film? So like, what was it like? Was that your brand or was that just like a merch for that short film you did?
But at the time, I had the religion. Y'all remember
Yeah,
RLGN?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that. I have a
So
piece actually. Yeah.
yeah. So we was a lot of my cousin and that was like, oh, it's a brand, it's a brand, it's a brand. And something deep inside me was like, I'm not totally for sure I want to just start a fashion brand like
Mhm.
that. I don't see that many brands around here. So I was like, but I do know how to make a film. I do know how to make a video. So what if I just make the merch to promote this
Where
film? And that's what that turned into.
I used to see random chicks, random dudes, and I'm like, wait, that's all off the film, or is like
That's
that's
lit.
like his brand? So
And
yeah,
it's funny.
like random. I'm talking about random. Like I'm talking about people I didn't even think Matt hung with. But I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh shoot, okay, word.
Yes, that was a legendary time too.
Yeah,
At the moment,
all black with the white old English writing.
it's
Yeah,
my pastel to Kanye. That's
yeah.
my.
Oh, word, word, word.
It still can be done. So
Nah,
I'm
definitely, bro.
still cooking it.
That's
Definitely.
lit. And what do you have on the way? Anything that you can
On the
share here?
way,
On the way.
I got videos with my mans, with my boy Anthony. He's
Mhm.
a Spanish artist. Um, I can't remember his.
Yeah, I was gonna say drop his IG, but okay.
I would. He's nice though. Maybe you could
Okay.
put in.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Definitely. I'll hit you up on IG. I'd love to check that shit out for sure. But yeah.
That's new. I stopped doing the music, but
Yeah.
for sure, that's one music. Then I got a showroom. I have a showroom that opens right next to Scoop Drip. So Scoop Drip got the space next to it, so now it
Okay,
doubled
yeah.
up.
I know Scoop Drip, yeah.
And I got a nice little tucked away basement spot, a little in the cut.
Word.
I've walked the Della, the Balenci, just flooded out.
That's lit.
And then yeah, trying to
Valencia.
the online space with like pop and stuff. I never so close. So now I'm really like pushing, trying to make that go.
That's lit.
Yeah.
That's dope shit. Yeah, man. We appreciate you. Shit, you just know to sharing your story with us. Definitely inspirational. Whoever listens to it, like, definitely catch some gems, get inspired by that for sure. But
like if there's a gem, definitely.
Yeah, travel with Quincy Jones. Shout out Quincy.
Shout out to Quincy. And
Yes,
definitely like don't force the vision.
Yes,
Because like a lot of the big part from 20 to I felt like I had to rush to be somewhere or to look like or to portray something. But there's no substance in that. There's no like to stand HC, it take a lot more than just looking the part.
For sure.
Really have something that's like when you bear fruit, you don't want sour fruit, you don't want old fruit, you want it to be just right. So like taking time is key.
Not real talk.
The biggest thing I've learned. And like most millionaires you meet, like I used to be like, damn, I want to meet da-da-da and so. A lot of regular celebrities, that's a big thing. A lot of kids want to meet a celebrity and forget the millionaire up the street. Like it's really crazy hard to just make a connection, and especially when you're dealing with a small city like here.
Yeah.
They're even closer. They're a mom and pop shop. Like my man Aries owns Zorbus. like you never know who you're gonna meet or run into.
Right.
And then
For sure.
I have like a big thing when I was in New York, I didn't have product. So I'm like, I'm selling myself, but I'm not selling product. Like I need to be selling product. So I came to Worcester because I'm like, I need product. Always have like what you're selling. That's
What's up?
That's dope. But let's jump into some topics. You got a couple topics here, some good conversation to jump in. I think we pride ourselves. Well, I don't know about pride, but a lot on the show we talk about like you know, dating and relationships and the shit like that. And we always have fun, you know, touching on those topics. So I thought to keep it along those lines and this is for everyone to talk about like how you juggle, you know, your career with the relationship stuff and the women. And feel free to just go wild with that. If you want to even get it kicked off, Weeks, you got it kicked off for us. All right.
I ain't gonna hold you. When you could be, I saw what's the show, the Lakers show that Magic Johnson and like show.
Oh yeah, winning time. I seen that too. I saw that.
And you remember when Jerry West's wife was like, oh, he gets like this every time of this year.
Yeah.
Most of this time. It's a lot of like that, but I don't have a season. My season's like year round.
Mm-hmm.
So like you're pressing what you're trying to do. Even if you made it, it's still a thing. So I'm not even gonna say like it changes. When you're pressing to be the number one all the time, it is what it is. You're gonna have the battle, the attention battle. It's the battle of attention. It's not really like they're bugging you or it's not like believing you. It's just once you show them attention, now you can do whatever you're doing. Like whatever you're gonna come second. Whatever you're doing to them second. Right. So like I learned to battle that and not to take it personal.
Right.
And how's that work? Yeah. And have you had to deal with that like firsthand? Like has that been an issue in the moment?
I ain't gonna hold you. I left relationships. Like when I was telling you I'm in New York, I left 2 relationships within those 5 years.
Wow. Career comes first. I like that.
I'm not even gonna hold you. If money was there, money keeps girls around.
Yeah.
But it ain't gonna be the same. Like I don't know how to juggle that part. Because once there's money involved, girls are willing to put up with other things. It's not like I wasn't like, it wasn't a money battle. It was more of like, you don't take me serious. Like, because I'm telling stories, like I said, I can't tell no one because it sounds crazy. So the girl's like, oh, you just tagging along. Oh, that's not going to turn nothing. So I'm like, oh, deadass? I got to go. So I was out.
Yeah, but it's like, are they there because you have the finances, or are they there because they like what you do and who you are?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's the struggle of like the aspiring, you know, careers all 4 of us are trying to enter. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, a city with being a small business owner is like with all of us, when we meet women, are they really like, I'm gonna be there through the mud with you, or is it because like, oh, okay, like, do I like Julian for Julian because his personality, because the way he acts, the way he carries himself, or is it because he gonna be the next big thing, so I'm gonna just ride with it because I ain't doing nothing. You know, it's hard.
Right,
I feel like that's super. I don't know, bro. Like,
like that's crazy. If that's what her intentions are, man, then she's not the one. Like she's not.
But that's what I'm saying. How do you know?
I mean, you should like. I feel like I would recognize. I feel like that's something, you know, that you can recognize.
Nah, it's tough.
There'll be traits.
Nah, it's just girl, you know.
It depends. Of course, like every girl's different, but
I know when I was leading up,
want to.
Right, but I know when I was leading up, like we were saying, I know when I was made up my mind that I wanted to do this whole food situation and get a lounge, I was trying to juggle a relationship and work on myself and my career. It's, you have to provide money for them. I mean the woman. And ain't nothing wrong. we're men. We want to support our, we want to do stuff, but you start to do, you know what I'm saying, like worry about that, boom, boom, boom. And then you have to juggle and fund your own career. And at this point, loans, grants, other help from who else is not coming in. So it's like you want to fund both. And then now if you don't, it goes two ways. If you meet the one, she will know how to, you know, either help you get there, or there'll be the ones, if it's not the one, she would just be a handout. And if you can't fill the handout, then she's out. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, everything's a trial and error. So you have to trial it out. You're not just going to see it from a distance and just
for sure. You're not going to see it right away.
Right. So you get it going. So for me, you know what I did? I used to tell girls straight up, I shut down, not dating, but I shut down putting women first. I put me first. Oh, like if you talk to any girl that was like, I don't know, the past 5 years or whatever, 6 years, I literally put me first. I was like, me first right now in this career. And then after that, we can talk, we can keep communication, we can go on dates and stuff, but this is what my focus is. So if you see the vision, ride with me. But if you don't and you're on that stuff, cool. So I kept it moving, and no bullshit. If I didn't stay disciplined to that, my money wouldn't be, I was able to fund my whole business over, I'm over 120K in, about 40K just from the bank. And I'm all me. So there's no way, like after that 40K from the bank, the rest of it is all me for this truck. And keeping business going. So like, when I say that to say, I'm not bragging about it, but it's like if I was to bring somebody else and juggle with that, and then try to have me, then have the business, because sometimes you have to do sleepless nights, long days, just to do certain things. Sometimes you have to go to certain meetings, meet certain people, do certain things, and then you have to worry about a woman's attention. You have to care for her. You have to worry about, you know what I'm saying? There's so much more. You want to be a man, but if he's not the one that's gonna understand that, like, just understand, like, or just know how to rock it out, then it's not happening. I just shut that shit down.
Oh yeah. So like when you say shut it down, it's like you're nothing more, like that person will never be like defined as like your girlfriend, or you're not doing certain kind of things with this person. Like what do you mean as in terms of shut it down? Are you keeping the relationship like at a basis where like we're just friends, like we're just dating, you know, we're casually dating and we're letting it go? Or like what do you mean by that? Like when you say shut down, you say shut it down, just in terms of title. That's what I'm asking.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So I said it earlier, like there's gonna be no title. That's one. I'm coming when we're talking, right? I'm coming into this telling you, listen, you're cool, vibing, we're going on dates and stuff. You're cool. You know what I'm saying? Down the line, I can probably see something happening. Yeah. But for right now,
now's not the time.
My focus is this. You feel me? I'm not saying that I'm not, if you need something or if I can help you, I'm not gonna be there and da. But as for you being priority and doing all, it's not that. I'm gonna be selfish with me right now because I have this goal. And you can respect that in whatever way you want. You feel me? That's on you. So, and you might think I'm playing games, but the girls who are not there on the one that's here now will see that I was saying that now, but this is where I'm at now. So I wasn't bullshitting. The ones who thought I was bullshitting what are you gonna tell me now? You know what I'm saying? At the beginning, you're like, all right, yeah. Stay because you want to talk to other girls. But fast forward to the years that he said when he gets there, where is he now? So you feel me? So it's just gonna juggle. You just have to know. You have to be disciplined to yourself as you as a person.
Hell yeah.
That's about it. Even with a girl, you have to not make, if it comes in, you're focused on your goal. Don't let no nigga come in here and spur you in no way and try to play games with you. Once you sense the game, move that guy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It goes both ways because you're focused on this path and this career. Because at the end of the day, make sure you always have it. Even though somebody's throwing money at you and paying all your bills, nothing good lasts forever like that. Thing like that. You feel me? So make sure you're even if that free money is coming in, but make sure you're grinding for you. So put you first and be disciplined to you.
Are there some still in the waiting room that listen and are waiting?
I mean, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know because my attention was not to that. You know
not to any of them back in Worcester or Miami now.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, I have my eyes in one.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, for sure. It's the vision, following the vision for sure. Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, and in case for me, I just say like if there's a woman out there that's like clearly showing the sign. I know you guys said that. I kind of agree, or kind of agree, kind of disagree. That I just feel like you could see the signs of someone that's just trying to hang on, and it's just like, well, that person's gonna be something, and like I feel like that's something that you catch early on. Maybe obviously not from a distance, but within the first couple of weeks of talking to each other. It's just like you see if this person is going to be like a right, especially depending on how much time you spend on them, and it also depends on like the time in your life. High school, maybe not, but I'm putting it all as at our age now. But in terms of just like you would notice just like when you're into someone that you're talking to, that you're just starting to talk to, you spend a lot of time together. You really get to know them, you know, at sometimes a quicker pace, but at a more of a rapid pace. So I'm thinking like that's something for me anyway. I feel like that's something I would recognize, you know, within the first couple of days of hanging with someone, or first week or two.
I mean, yeah. Then you keep dating. You try that. You keep going. I'm saying,
keep going, yeah, and then to see.
So
I mean, it's also different to someone that sees the potential in you and is also going to be there and rock with you, you know, and just like, you know, support you. Just be that support, and kind of they might be on the same timeline, they might not be, but you know, that's always something good to have too in your back pocket. But I feel you on that.
That's what my eye is this lane right now, because I see that in someone.
That's someone that sees you for you. Like that's someone that sees your personality, that sees you for who you are, your flaws and all that shit. So
sure.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But yo, I was shitting on Scoop earlier.
Yes, I'm glad you brought this up. So like this dude just woke up. Back, yo, right? Matt, like this dude just woke up and he's gonna say some, like this dude wants me to say, no, let me talk. No, because we already know where you're gonna go. No, because he's like, oh, you don't say your full name. Like no one even called me by my full name. Like, what the? This dude's crazy. I'm talking right back. I'm talking right back to you, City. I'm sitting back. I dropped the mic.
Yo, clowns. Oh,
yo, while I was back, right?
No cap.
We was talking about relationships, something about like men and women, and then Scoop was like, oh, he was like, oh, I don't think men and women should subscribe to any roles or whatever, that everybody should just be cool, da. And I was like,
I remember this episode.
Right. And I was like, it came, even personal conversation too happened. So I'm like, what are you talking about? There was an unwritten code, men and women, you know what I'm saying? We have roles that don't have to be written down. You feel me? Especially in a household. And Scoop was like, no, man, I just want to do everybody just be cool. So now, there was a post I guess you sent me the other day about
today.
Was it today? Yeah, today about girls talking about something about
like yesterday, but yeah, you saw it. You responded to it this morning.
About her man, about how
being the protector.
About how it's attractive for her man to go protect her if somebody comes to
this guy's hilarious.
So he sent it to me, so I'm like, you see that? I was like, there are rules that men and women, like a woman keeps the house a home, make it a home, and the guy does the protecting. I'm not saying that I can't wash my bowl. I'm not saying that I can't put my bowl in the dishwasher. But when it comes to a woman, you know what I'm saying, she knows how to do that part. You feel me? And when your woman is lifting anything heavy, you want to take it from her because you don't want her to do heavy lifting. As a man, you just do the heavy lifting. So I try to tell him that, and this guy was arguing with me saying that, nah, man, I just want to just be cool.
Yeah, yeah.
But
wait. You go.
In Shopey's defense, it's true though. Not everybody subscribes to how, you know, me and you think, City. Not everybody subscribes to that.
That's how yeah, my bad, Jules. Keep going.
No, I was just saying that's how some people's how they run their house is like equal. Like men and women do the same thing in some household. Do I agree with it? No. I'm on your type of time.
But I'm saying that.
You gotta let me clarify.
I'm saying it is equal. It's supposed to be 50-50. I'm gonna say it's unwritten. She's a woman and you're a man, right? Unfortunately, there's men that cook. But for the vast majority,
unfortunately,
because I'm saying that because now we can put that in there and say, oh, men cook too. But
they fucked it up for everyone else.
Women cooking. Yeah. I'm saying most guys, I know a lot of guys who just not cooking and shit. You feel me? So it is 50-50 on doing the shit. Right. You're not cooking. You feel me? So when you come to the house, you expect your woman to, you know what I'm saying, to provide some type of food. You feel me? She's not coming to the relationship to look for a man to provide food though. The woman is not coming in looking for that.
Just let me know when I can defend myself.
Unwritten. I agree with
just let me know when I can defend myself.
I don't want you to defend yourself.
No, let me know when I can clarify myself.
You don't need to defend yourself.
No, right, it's not even. I have something to say too. I can respond, right? But I can respond to it. But I'm gonna respond to it in the next part. So just hold up. We'll be right back.
Minutes.
No. I want to go. And then I want to go from there. All right. So let me clarify myself on what I meant by that. Of course, there's certain roles. But just in terms of fucking like, what am I trying to say? There's just some things like, of course I'm gonna protect my girl, my wife, whatever. I'm not, oh, Robert's coming. I'm saying, oh, you grab the gun, you run to the safe and grab the gun, and I'm too scared. Like, no, that's not gonna happen. Of course I'm gonna leave. I didn't say that, but like you're saying, like you're closing off to, yeah, the woman just can do all the interior design. I wanna do some of the interior design too. Like I got some opinions.
I never said that.
But like you're like saying,
I said there are unwritten rules for men and women. You said,
I don't subscribe to that. I don't subscribe to that. Is yes. As a whole, I don't. But of course, the main shit I believe in, but I just don't like gender. That's what I like. I'm a neat freak myself. Like I want to clean the kitchen. I can clean the kitchen. My wife doesn't.
Damn me here, and I said that, and I said that part.
The way. But like you made it seem like it's oh no, I'm too scared to go run downstairs or like that's how, and like the way you're talking, like that's how you made me feel. I'm just like, no, it's like
no, you said,
and I didn't say I'm just gonna chill. When did I say like I'm just gonna chill?
We didn't go specifically into the detail. When the thing was said overall, you said no.
I don't subscribe to gender. I don't.
Which I'm not telling you can't interior design the house. I'm not telling you can't cook better than your wife, but there are rules that's universally there. Yes, that you can be better than her in certain areas, but universally there are unwritten men and women rules. That's it. I'm not saying you can't do certain things, obviously, but there's just unwritten ones that's not set there. You have to know. But just that a woman can do certain things. Sometimes you may be doing better than her. That's all. I'm not saying you're not going to run downstairs. You better run downstairs and not tell her to go. You better not be that guy.
So then we agree. The only thing we don't agree in is that you just say that there's gender roles, and I just say fuck the gender roles. Like anyone can be any. Like that's really it.
That's half of society.
I just don't like that. I don't like that there's. Let everyone rock out how they want to rock out. Why do I gotta subscribe to?
This is the thing. I'm not saying everybody shouldn't rock out and be there. I cook,
but like
I clean well enough. But I can guarantee you, a woman will take care of the house better than I can. Not all women, but it will just be that.
See,
because the nurturing better. What protectors? The nurturers. It just happened. We didn't say that, but universally it happened. But it just so happened that some men can't possibly nurture more than women. But from beginning of time, men are protectors, women are nurturers. But eventually, there could be a woman who probably might protect the family better than men. Yes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just saying that, but universally, there are rules that's just unwritten. Okay. My man, someone said, oh no, let everybody just rock out.
Yeah, so everyone rock out. Like, maybe like 1950, but just like everyone just. Like, whatever.
50.
All right, let's just moving on. Last topic. Last question, I should just say. It's interesting to know. We've touched on a lot of different industries, a lot of legends, Quincy Jones. So it had me thinking, just your top 5 people that you would have at a dinner. We're all going to answer this. First signing off, we can all, bounce ideas and talk about it and ask why. People can go into explanation on why they would have a certain person, dead or alive, just like 5 people along with yourself. So 6 people at this table. You're sitting at the head of the table and the other people are there. Top 5 dead or alive. Who would you want to sit with you at dinner, have dinner? Matt, you can start it off, our guest.
That's tough.
Yeah,
definitely going. That's so
who's
tough.
Going? Oh, sorry, I thought you said a name.
Definitely gonna say, because a lot of my heroes are probably like assholes too. Like,
go ahead.
That's real.
Like, it's gonna be a weird dinner. Like, for one, I have to say Kanye, because at first I never wanted to meet him because of how he is.
Never want to meet your heroes too. I'm sorry, I don't know if he's your hero, but I'm assuming you put him in dinner something.
Yeah, it is what it is at this point with him. This is, since it's only 5, like these seats are so fucking rare. It's hard.
Yeah.
I would definitely have to say Da Vinci.
Why?
Got to. He's the greatest artist to ever live. Like, he's just the mastermind. More than an artist, because like think about he's inventing things. Like he's also Aries like me, but like he's a different type of dude.
Oh yeah.
Like he's up there. So just I wouldn't even have to pick his brain because I'm sure there's a language barrier and the times are way different. So it really I just observe.
Okay.
Kanye, Da Vinci, then Muhammad Ali, like the young Muhammad, not the old one. Definitely Muhammad. Serena Williams. God. At first, I used to like, shout out to fucking Serena. At first, I was like, I'm a fan, but now I'm like super fan.
Yeah,
because never seen that again. I don't care who it is, bro. Like her entire and twice. It's not. It's not
crazy. It's crazy that it's over now. Her career is over. It's wild to think,
right? 27 years.
Yeah. Like that's crazy, bro. Like,
crazy. It's gonna be a
I watched them because I be watching tennis too. I like tennis.
Like I have an obsession with great people.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
She's a great like person, not just tennis, but like just for people who are dominant to me, I'm just fascinated with that. Like I would have said Hannibal, but I don't even want to go that far. Or like Alexander the Great, but I don't even want to go that far.
Yeah.
But so that's three right there.
So you got three, so two more.
So two more.
Kanye, Da Vinci, and Muhammad. Wait, maybe you had four. Muhammad Ali.
Oh yeah,
Serena.
I said Muhammad, Serena,
Da Vinci.
All right, so my fifth.
So your fifth, yeah, last one.
The last seat, right?
Yeah, the last seat, the Last Supper.
We all know the fashion gods. There's only a few of them, but I would sacrifice Raph Simmons because I would have said Raph. I would have definitely said either Raph or like I would have said Karl Lagerfeld or like.
Rest in peace.
I would have said Chanel first. I would have said all those names, but I gotta put this name. I almost lost the train of thought, bro. The name. This is crazy. What was the name, bro? I just had it.
While you think about that, keep thinking about that.
Yeah, keep thinking.
It's between Virgil. Karl Lagerfeld. Because Virgil is like, I don't like meeting too many people that I follow heavily, but then I do. And Virgil's just got to be mentioned because like he's a GOAT.
Yeah, and he's Ghanaian too, so you got to do that. You got to have him at the table. Sure.
Yeah, between that and even Dior is only here for 10 years in fashion.
For sure, yeah.
In fashion for 10 years and you still know his name. That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
It doesn't, like, there's plenty of names in the 80s, but you don't know who they are. But they're not Dior. So like it's fashion titans. Virgil. Sure. I gotta say Virgil because like do stuff like people don't do that. They're like, who's his predecessor? And better not black dude because you can't go second to dudes like Michael Jackson, Virgil. Kind of like there's certain names you can't go second. I wouldn't even touch that job.
Sure.
Yeah, I like that. City. It's gonna be deep. You're gonna have a deep. Like everyone's gonna be talking. You're gonna have some stories at your table for sure.
My table.
Some advice for weeks from now. Weeks.
Oh yeah, I know his table is gonna be some.
Yeah, it's gonna be deep.
It's gonna be a bunch of too much personalities too.
Yeah,
that might be a nice argument. Somebody fuck this food.
Yeah,
Da Vinci.
I'll make my own food. Right.
I didn't because I feel like Steve Jobs and Kanye would get into an argument.
Yeah.
So I say Steve Jobs because like that whole table. I might have said even Miles Davis, but that's a crazy. Can't have that much energy.
I don't know.
You go
for me,
5.
Yeah, for me, it's crazy. Like celebrities are celebrities. Great people are great people to me. At the end of the day, to me, they're human beings. But I look at them for like how courageous they were and the things that they went through to get there. But you know, when people go crazy, oh my God, that's them. Like for me, it's like not me. So like, and people to say look up to people, I look up to see how they got to where they got to. That's what I look at. I don't say if I look up to them, you know what I'm saying? But I try to see like stuff that they went through. Like even right now, when I'm going through situations, I think about certain people and I be like, dang, I saw that story, and they were freaking not, they didn't have nowhere to stay or nowhere to live or nowhere to turn, and now look what they're at. So that keeps me going. But if I also think about people, I'll definitely say Tupac. Like I don't know, I just like his resilience. His just the fact that Tupac was just like, he knew exactly where he was trying to go. He knew what he wanted. He knew, like, he was just like gritty with it. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just, I like the grittiness, and the part about it. If you know the other part, like he was a loving dude on the other side. Like you know what I'm saying, he was a loving dude on the other side, and that's like a big part of me. Like you'll see me, I'm like, but definitely like that, like love part is there, and I like that about Pac. And he was a people person. You saw me, Pac was a people person. That's definitely one person I'll say. Who else? I could just say Serena. Serena was just know her story and that, but I don't know if I look up to Serena in no way, but I thought that was a dope, especially watching her the movie. You know,
I'm about to watch that King Richard.
I gotta watch that.
I got that queued up. I might watch that shit tonight.
It's good, bro. It's good.
Yeah, I gotta watch that shit for sure.
I gotta watch it.
For good. But honestly, not breaking people down, I really can think about that. But I would say I like anybody who has a story.
Mm-hmm.
I like anybody who has a story behind it and the tough grind, and they made it. Like because there's anybody on that list that, like, when I see them and I go read about them, when I hear what they went through, I immediately respect them and I look back to their story to keep my motivation. Okay. I think that's how my description would be, because I can't like pinpoint a lot of people, because those people put in when I think about different situations, and it just gives me my motivation. I'm like, yo, if he could do it, if he didn't have nothing when he was like, you know what I'm saying, when he's here or she's here, like, I can do it. Mm-hmm. That's how I look at them all in one level.
Yeah, for sure.
Interesting. So you don't okay. You're not gonna give us 3 names?
To put on the table, I bet I'll bring Pac.
Yeah.
For some reason, I want to bring Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
I definitely bet the Jordan. I feel like Jordan be talking healthy shit, and I feel like
that's one of my. He's at my table.
There'll be some shit talking on that table.
You probably gonna lose 10 bands that.
Everything's gonna be so competitive on that table.
Dude, just shrugging at him.
You can say nothing. We'll do Pac. We'll do that. Even though Will just did some dumb shit about Will Smith.
And it doesn't just have to be celebrities too. Like
right.
No, like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's more because they're strangers, opposed to, like, you know, your boss. You could say, you know, someone you know.
Yep.
Right.
Most.
No. Yeah. So that'll be that. Dang, that's that. Who's gonna be at this table? Because my table gotta be, but my table, I need people who's gonna be like on some shit.
Right.
I would say people from the slave times, if you could think.
That's where I was going.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm trying to go away.
Imagine picking those brains, like literally, like picking those brains, just like thinking like what their mental was like. I couldn't.
That's where I was going with mine. Hell yeah.
But yeah, and that's the thing though. I mean, people, because you definitely want people. Even I'll definitely bring somebody like Denzel.
Oh, this guy's still from my table. God
Denzel.
Like when I listen to Denzel,
that should make him stop talking.
No, for real. Like,
no, I'm playing it. You just got your mind.
People like that, the people that are like, be like, yo, Yeah, you feel me? Queen Latifah one that probably have
Queen
her.
Latifah's a good
That's a
one.
good one. Good
I'm
one.
saying that because
He got the lit party table.
No, he
Right.
really does. He really
you know what I'm
does.
saying? Like, because that's my energy. Like, that's me. Like, if you like, I talk upbeat, like I'm like
Yeah.
upbeat. So it's like I feel like those people will be like, and they got some shit to say. You feel me? I feel like they've been into some shit too. You hear what Pac's been through. I'm sure she been UNITY. Like I'm sure she was in those times, like going there. You know what I'm saying? And Denzel definitely will have that raw shit to be talking about.
Story for sure.
You feel me? So
yeah. I had Denzel at my table.
Good, we eating good.
Oh yeah. Jewels. What
up? Me? Yeah, I'm gonna go all revolutionaries and rebels. So let me get MLK Jr. Let me get Fred Hampton. Let me get Fred Hampton there. Let me get Malcolm. Let me get Harriet Tubman. And my last one,
She's a thug.
she is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Those are my five. Those are my five.
Jules isn't gonna get a word out. Like, you better just listen. You're not saying
for sure, bro.
That table, they're gonna be talking.
Right, they're gonna be talking. Like, you're not
talking. He about
just eat. Just eat your
bro.
food.
You gonna leave that table educated,
right?
And that's what I was saying. I don't think I'd even pick up a spoon or a fork. Like, bro, like
no, I'm trying to eat.
Right, I'm trying to eat.
They're gonna be like, well, Julian.
Right.
Nah, bro. Like those people, like what they did for us, man. What Louis Farrakhan is still doing for us, like, bro. Like they will always be the voice of the black people, man. Especially what we've been going through for the past like decade, really. Really, it's been like past 10 years. We've been dealing. Our people. Well, we've been dealing with it forever. Like, don't get me twisted, but I'm talking about like for us, like we are directly impacted. You know what I'm saying? For these past 10 years. So like, I would just like shit, like like y'all said, I wouldn't even be picking up food. I'd just be like listening, and just like soaking up knowledge, like
That's a
because
doctor class. That's a class.
that's
Getting a doctorate.
for real.
Right.
No, for real. No, for real. Like
I love it.
like obviously,
That's
Martin Luther King.
Black
like
history
the
personified right
most-
there. Black history class.
Bro, you
MLK
could put that maybe.
No, for sure. No, for sure. MLK is the most influential American leader of all time, in my opinion. And then,
Yeah.
Malcolm X, yeah, he was radical, but I just felt like what he said and how he did it was just it's needed. Like black people, like we can't always, they always try to pit MLK and Malcolm X, against one another. Nah,
No.
Malcolm X was just like, yo, we had enough. Like we not about to just get slapped in the face and just turn the cheek. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I love about Malcolm X. Like, nah, we had enough. We picking up the guns if we have to. You know what I'm saying? Harriet Tubman, you guys already know. But yeah, Fred Hampton, leader of the Black Panthers. I mean and you know what I'm saying? Like, that's another one. Like, we not about to just sit here and take it. We not about to just sit here and take it. Like, so. But yeah, that's my table.
That's a lit table.
I'm not picking up any food. I'm just gonna be like just soaking up game. So
hell yeah.
I'm gonna pass the ball to Chopin. Let me pass him the rock.
Yeah, and that brings good analogy right there, because MJ would be the first Michael Jordan at my table. They call him Black Jesus, right? Black Jesus for a reason. So just for that, I would ask this dude. I don't want to be too much of a fanboy, but I will. It's Michael Jordan, so it's my dinner. But just in terms of like, I'm asking him about like all the game sixes, just like the finals and the flu game, and just like I want to get deep with MJ and just like what was like your mindset? Like why did you how did you talk to teammates like the way you did? Like what was Dennis really like? Like was he really like a fucking rock star? Like what three-peat do you think is better? That's what I've always wanted to know, is like what three-peat. Like, do you prefer the first one or the second one? Like, Michael Jordan's my idol. MJ's MJ, and you hear like his fucking contemporaries talk about him. Like, like when I'm around him, like you're around Black Jesus, like no one was beating him. Like he came back like 72 win season. Like there's just so much to talk on MJ.
And then what happened when he ran into Shaq and Penny?
Yeah, but they came back the next year. He came off
No.
baseball.
But what happened when he ran into Shaq and Penny? What happened?
They lost that series in '95, but they came back. What happened in '96? What have you done for me lately? And then '97 and '98.
I'm asking you what happened when he ran into Shaq and Penny.
MJ came back wearing number 45 at first. Nick Anderson stole the ball. I'm sorry. Nick Anderson stole the ball in game one, and like come on.
I love that.
And then what happened later? Then what happened to Orlando after that?
No, that's no
they ran
cap.
Into that Nigerian, that 7-foot Nigerian in Texas, right? No, so like MJ for sure, right? Would be up there. Denzel for sure. Like I'm not the biggest movie guy, but I've always like loved Denzel. He Got Game is my favorite sports movie. So obviously relation there with Ray Allen, and I've just always loved this dude's demeanor. Like when I just need motivation, sometimes I just fucking throw Denzel like motivational shit on YouTube just to hear it. Like just like that's shit I've done. That shit I do. So Denzel,
his son is dope too. His son is dope too.
Yeah, and then for the other three, I'm gonna go a little bit. I'm gonna be off the board like now. Like gonna be in my mind for a little bit. Frank Sinatra definitely has to be.
Oh wow.
At the table for me. I was just thinking Frank Sinatra for sure. Because man, like this dude, I want to hear the stories of like the Rat Pack. Like I'm deep into that. And then that song New York is, I think like that's one song that everyone fucking around the world knows. Like it doesn't matter in all walks of life, of like all ages. Like when that song comes on, like people know it. Like everyone starts fucking imitate everyone's Frank Sinatra in that moment. And like I've gone through my YouTube rabbit holes watching his performances and seeing his shit over the years. So Frank Sinatra for sure. I gotta have my favorite SNL character. Sorry, I say character, but like performer of all time. Phil Hartman is mine. He's the one. I don't know if you know his story, but he got shot by his wife. Like he was a great comedian, like a news radio show that used to be on NBC back in the day. Funny ass sitcom. If you haven't heard about it, but Phil Hartman for sure. He's definitely, this dude can impersonate everyone. He impersonated Bill Clinton. He impersonated Frank Sinatra. So for sure, Phil Hartman has to be there. And then my last person, of course, my favorite rapper, Jay-Z. Jay-Z's at the table for sure. My favorite rapper. I honestly did not know that was your favorite rapper. That's my favorite rapper of all time. I didn't know that. Reasonable Doubt. Not the only album, but one of the only albums for me that I could listen to with no skips. Along with Illmatic. I'll give Illmatic respect, but I've always been more of a Jay-Z guy. Huh? Who is my favorite rapper? I thought Chiggy said Chiggy. This guy's hilarious.
This guy's funny. He said Chiggy.
He said Chiggy. Nah, Jay-Z. Reasonable Doubt. It's one of my, right? I never even said that. Nah, Jay-Z.
Right there.
Right there. One call away, this guy. Nah, but Jay-Z for sure. Reasonable Doubt and all that. And you already know, I have so many questions, just like his. Now he's a fucking billionaire, which is like, it's mind blowing. You seeing him with his hair, crazy. Like, who would have ever thought Jay-Z?
He's a billionaire?
Yeah.
Chingy's a billionaire?
Sorry, Jay-Z. I said Jay-Z. This guy said, nah, Jay-Z. And like, just like, from where he started, and like, I just like, from like the Drink Champs interviews, like, and I kind of learned about this like maybe a couple weeks before the Drink Champs interview came out, that like they wanted to put Jay-Z, Ja Rule, and DMX in a group and call it. Jules might be familiar with this. Call it Murder Inc. They were like the original Murder Inc. I didn't know that, and then like Irv Gotti and Ja Rule went into.
I didn't know that
when I watched. You said you did, or you didn't?
Yeah, I didn't know that. I remember someone told that story.
Yeah, I didn't know that until like right before I watched the Drink Champs interview. No lie, I just came across it random.
Oh wow!
And I was like, wow, like I didn't even know that was a thing, and like it was interesting to like hear Ja Rule say like he didn't want to do it at first. Because like he didn't want to be like the third, feel like he would be obviously like the third in command.
Definitely number third.
Yeah, but then like when they came back in like the early 2000s and they wanted to like really do it again, they were saying Ja Rule was outselling DMX and Jay-Z. So like it's crazy to think that. I mean, of course, sales are one thing, but in terms of popularity and respect in the music world, still Jay and DMX have more respect. But yeah, Ja Rule, sorry, not Jay-Z is my favorite rapper, so. He has to be my favorite rapper, favorite basketball player, one of my favorite comedians, Sinatra. I like my table. We'll have
a good
conversation. Jordan, I see Jordan and Sinatra smoking cigars.
Everybody's table's good. Everybody's table's popping.
Nah, your table is gonna be boring as fuck.
Yeah, to each is their own. To each is their own.
Wait,
It's my table. It's my table. You can disrespect. No, he's talking to me, of course. He's always.
No, I'm talking to Jules.
Oh, okay.
Well, hold on.
I thought he was coming at me.
It's gonna be very educational, but we want to eat, bro.
Oh, damn.
Trying to laugh.
Damn.
But the thing is, let me not say that. They might have.
That's what I'm saying. Like what?
They might throw some jokes.
I promise you, Harriet Tubman will have the illest stories.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Nah. Let me take that back. They might have some shit that will keep you out going.
Please take it back. That's blasphemy, bro. Come on.
I pulled the gun on.
Got some stories.
I was like she got
Right.
I'll be like,
but I do want to ask Matt though.
Like the first 10K, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
no, for sure. No, I do want to ask Matt. You know, I'll be going soon, but I do want to ask Matt because I'm not sure the next time we'll have him on as a guest. But so Matt, like, what are your thoughts? Like, I'm talking about pertaining to you, not to anybody else. I'm talking about just you. Like marriage and children for you. Like, how does that like? What do you think about that for you? And you're like at your age now to like the next 10 years and 15 years? Because I would assume your parents are like, yo, like, what's going on? So, no, because mine are too, and Chopay's are too, and I assume City's too. So, I just want to know, like, what are your thoughts on your life pertaining to marriage and children?
It's definitely like in my view, because definitely marriage is not even a question. Or sometimes I feel like I'm gonna have a pinky ring forever. So those two things is 50-50. When it comes to kids, it all depends on like where I am in life. So I'd never want to bring a kid in to the world, even if I'm married, if I'm not totally where I gotta be. Cause like that's gonna affect their life and they're longer to live than me. So I'm definitely with the marriage, 50-50 if I happen to, you know, whatever. If my mom's, she's pretty like hip, like she knows what the world looks like. She knows in this economy, you know, people ain't buying houses for 60 racks no more. Like people ain't buying a wedding ring for a rack no more. Your car note exists. Before you just bought the car 2 racks, that's the whole thing. That's even a lot. But like that.
I mean, it could be. You got insurance.
Right.
Back then, you didn't have insurance. Like,
oh yeah, back then, yeah. And now, yeah, back then.
Like the whole world is so different. It's more or less so like setting yourself up. A lot of parents who want to see a level of success. Like some parents' success is marriage and kids.
Preach.
Is the bag. Some parents' success is what you do for a living. You can't just do anything. So it's very selective. And mine's is very selective. Like,
oh yeah.
When I say, that's when it will happen. Type shit.
I like it. I like that. And on that note, Matt, it was dope having you. Episode 26.
It was lit.
We gotta have you back. We gotta have you back for sure.
Yeah.
You know, we signing off.
I'm gonna come back with
Kerwin.
I'm gonna come back and Kerwin. Because like there's a lot of people involved.
Yes, sir.
But I'm involved. And Kerwin is a big player. Like
word.
We gotta,
he on to like other like wavelength, like film. Really got me in my bag on the art side. He don't even know, but yeah.
Lit. All right. On that note, signing off. Scoop.
Jules, man, signing off.
Appreciate it. We out till next time.
We have fun. We turning up. Someone wrote a bunch. Someone pour a cup. Cause tonight we going up and coming down. It's gonna be a while. Someone jump